Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. This is iAllegedly, and I've got a good one for you today because we had another bank failure, and that slipped under the radar. Plus, the United States Postal Service is a complete mess and has completely let so many of us down. Let's cover all this. First things first, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to join our email list because one is going out immediately after this video. First things first, guys. Santa Ana National Bank. Okay, they are located in Texas. They have one branch. They were suspected of fraud. Small single bank, but making, questionable loans, not handling their deposits, not having the right amount of cash for regulators. So what do they do on a Friday night? They walk in and shut the bank down. Now, you can sit there and say, I've never heard of this bank, and I hadn't heard of it either. I live next to a city called Santa Ana. This one's spelled differently. It's got two N's instead of one. But the bank, small bank, had $63 million in assets, had $54 million in cash. But here's the worst part, guys. There are right now about $3 million worth of people's money that's uninsured, over the $250,000 limit. Now, the FDIC stepped in, you can read all this stuff below, and they said, listen, if you have checks outstanding, we're gonna honor those checks. If you have a paycheck and you have direct deposit or things like that, that should be okay right now. Now, if you're in the process of getting a loan through Santa Ana Bank, you should talk to your loan officer. That will not be there on Monday. They will be at a new bank called Coleman Bank. And Coleman has 4 locations in Texas. Seems like a nice business bank. Seems like what they do from my research, and you can read that too. But again, guys, have you noticed the pattern with this? Second bank failure in 2025, and they do it on a Friday night. They do it, and they do it to where it's like, look over here. And again, this is not that big of a deal. It is a big deal, guys. It is a big deal because when you start to read from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency, the ones that regulate these banks, you start to hear about all these shenanigans and how these people are written up for doing all this heinous stuff. And again, guys, I got on their mailing list, and it's crazy. Every week I get stuff where this bank is fine, this bank has a problem, they're put on a watch list. Santa Ana National Bank was put on this list a while ago and did not follow the instructions, okay? So the regulators came in and suspected fraud. So bravo, so you're starting to see this more and more right now. If this happens to you, I don't know anything about Coleman Bank. I don't know anything about Santa Ana Bank. The disturbing part of this is you're starting to see this get ratchet up higher and higher and higher. More problems, one after another. Now, protect yourself. Make sure you do the right thing. And look at your bank, guys. I had a guy 2 years ago that went into his credit union with a laundry list of questions and asked these people everything from their financial status, how many loans they had outstanding, what the average loan rate was, how many days late they were, and the manager of the bank answered every single question for this guy. Nobody does that. Nobody sits there and walks in and asks your bank about stuff like this. I like doing that. I like, and the 99 times out of 100, they're going to answer those questions for you or tell you to come back and schedule an appointment and we'll go through this. But you're entitled to find out if your bank is solid or not, guys. Now, the next thing goes to the United States Postal Service. I have a lot of postal workers that are in the channel, and a lot of them write me and tell me horrific things about how their schedules have changed, how their hours are getting cut back, they're expected to do more work for less money. They're starting to have to take classes on, what to do if you get robbed, what to do if somebody comes up to you. And, it's awful that these people have a job that you're out in public and you have to worry about being accosted by somebody for mail theft. That's first thing. So this is happening more and more and more right now. Read the articles below, because this is something that, I've had people tell me about. It's happening here in California. It's happening everywhere. But Paul Bryant, okay, Louisville, Kentucky, he goes out and gets a speeding ticket in January of this year. They goes to court and says, listen, I really don't want to pay the fine. Will you give me traffic school? And the judge gave him traffic school. So he goes and gets a money order and mails it. Okay? 43 days pass, and not only does he not get traffic school, because, sir, we never received your payment, his license gets suspended. So he calls the local news station, which you guys can see this. I've got the video below. It's great. And they went out and investigated and found out from Louisville, Kentucky, that the Postal Service is so lax, so lazy, people not showing up for work, that there is 112,000 pieces of mail that they had in their facility that was not sent out. Okay, just sitting there, guys. So Paul's check, money order, is in that stack. Poor guy, you know what I mean? Now you could sit there and go, well, didn't he have a debit card to pay? No, he went and got himself a money order and did the right thing and mailed it. And now they determined that it was just sitting there in their facility. So what does the Postal Service do? We're going to require that attendance is mandatory for people on their shifts. How about this? How about people getting paid at the United States Postal Service? Think about this. That never showed up. Give me that gig. It's like a mafia gig. Did you ever see The Sopranos? The no-show jobs? Hey, we don't want to. We just want to get paid. There's a big surf competition going on behind me, but it's insane, guys. It's absolutely unfair. It's not right. So Paul's like, this is, it took him to go to a local TV station to fix this. Now, another couple, okay, that was in Pennsylvania, wrote a check to a Marysville couple in Pennsylvania, wrote a check to pay their pennies bill of $19.19. Mr. and Mrs. Jeske, okay? What happened? The mail was hacked out of the box, and when the mail got hacked, the thieves changed the amount of the check to $7,500. So they lost $7,500 for paying their bills. See, I think this is on the Postal Service, guys. I really do. They need to have this more. They need to have it more controlled so that there's not theft of mail. Don't you guys think that's nuts right now? I think it's horrible. But I'm telling you, brushing scams. The United States Postal Service now is the number 2, and in the South is the number 2 largest scam area with text messages where they say, hey, you have a package, click on this. The United States Postal Service, and again, another great story below, where they're saying, listen, we don't ask for stuff like this. Don't click on things like this. We're not shipping stuff out to you like this. Now, I sent a package recently, and like, how do you want your receipt? Do you want it texted? And I'm like, you guys have it right there. And the guy behind the counter is like, what are you talking about? Then I said, it's asked me if I want it texted to me. I don't want that. Who would want that from you guys? Well, that way you'd have it on your phone, then you can go online and save it. No. But again, this thing is being ran like a den of idiots. Ask anybody that works there. It's not the great gig that it was 15 and 20 years ago. They have just taken advantage of these people. I have not met one postal worker who's getting paid what they used to get paid, has the benefits they used to have, and that, is safe and secure. Think about all the crime, everything they have to deal with right now. We have postal places here in California that are getting robbed all the time. So, anyways, let me know what you think about this. Again, I talked about the email list earlier. Use the link below to sign up for the email list if you want to get the current email. And let me walk over this so you guys can see a little bit of this. The waves are nice today, so they're coming in, the surf competition, and then everybody that's not part of the surf competition is on the north side of the pier, and they're just waiting for those waves. So do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and if you want to get a hold of me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. Onward and upward, guys. I'll see you very soon.